Good morning. This is from our Sunday school lesson on today. It's entitled Peace and Justice Reign, with an adult topic that a new day is coming. It's coming out of Zachariah chapter 8, verses 1 through 8, and verses 11 through 17. The main thought is 8 and 15, and it reads, "So again have I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear ye not." Father, we come asking and praying that you would grant us now wisdom and knowledge to impart this truth unto your people, that we all might be the news of your word that will heal us only. This we ask in Jesus' name, and for his sake we pray. Amen and thank God. So our lesson tonight, peace and justice reign. God now is using the prophet and priest Zachariah to speak to a returning remnant that is coming out of captivity. Zachariah worked alongside the prophet Haggai, trying to get the people to rebuild not only the temple, but rebuild their city. When they first went back from captivity, this small remnant, they went back and they built the foundations of the temple. They were excited to be back and they began to build the foundation. But somewhere along the line, the nations around them began to make ridicule of them because they didn't have no borders around them to protect their city. But there they were in the midst trying to build a foundation of a temple that they were instructed to do. So after building that foundation, they allowed those outside nations to cause them to stop their work because what they were doing didn't seem like it made any sense. They were building a city without fortified walls to keep out the enemy. So therefore, they allowed the enemy to stop them from doing their work. And we have to be careful as believers in God that when we're working and doing things for the Lord, that we don't allow outside people to make ridicule and make fun of us and our service to the Lord to stop us from doing our work. Because he that began a good work in you is able to perform it until the end. So using Zachariah in this time, if you go back and have to read all of Zachariah, because there were some things Zachariah was shown and given that would really bring clarity to this full lesson. Zachariah had these visions that was given to him by God. And these visions that Zachariah was given to by God was ultimately talking about the apocalypse and how God would come back and cause judgment upon not only the enemies of God, but those that would not believe him. And these 10 visions that Zachariah saw that was given, he had to have faith to trust and believe in what he was seeing in order to pass it on to someone else.
That's right.
When we trust God and we hear the word that comes from God, we have to have faith enough in what we hear to share with someone else. And that's what Zachariah was. He had to bring all this back to this small remnant that was now coming back out of captivity, because there were those that went over in captivity because of their disobedience. A lot of them didn't make it back.
That's right.
They died in captivity, and
right.
there were children being raised in captivity. Those were the ones that were coming back into Jerusalem.
That's right.
And God had now showed favor toward them to bring them back. There's some interesting things happen in this lesson, and there's too many verses for me to try to go through all of them. So I'm going to do my best to try to piece together what I can to give you a clear understanding. So in the outlines, it has 3 outlines. The first outline talks about God promised return to Jerusalem. That was verses 1 through 3. And here it says, "Again the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, Thus said the Lord of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury. Thus said the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, and I will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain." So now God through Zechariah is telling Israel, because when they got destroyed, and when they tore down Jerusalem and took all the holy vessels into captivity, they returned those things back with them. God is now saying that he's coming back to Jerusalem to dwell there.
Right.
And I don't know about you, wherever God is, I want to be there also. And he told them that he was going to return back to Jerusalem, that city that was destroyed destroy, and he was going to cause this city, not only because he was jealous for Zion. He saw his people because he put his people in that position.
That's right.
Because of their disobedience. But that did not mean he didn't love them.
That's right.
A lot of times when our mothers and fathers would whoop us, they would say, I'm doing this because I love you.
That's right.
And that's what he did with Israel. Because he loved them, he tried to get them back and right relationship with them by punishing them for their wrongdoing. But now he's changing the way he's going to handle his people. He's going to show them mercy. And he told them, look, he promised them what he's going to return back to Jerusalem. So if he was going to be there, they can rest assured everything's going to be all right.
Yeah.
And if God is going to be walking this walk with us, we can rest assured we can make it through some tough times. So he said when he returned to Jerusalem, he's going to be in the midst of Jerusalem. He's going to call this to be a city of truth. In other words, when you get back here, we're going to be standing on what? On the foundation of God's truth.
Right.
And we have to live according to what God is saying. So this small remnant that was coming back, they had never been to Jerusalem, but when they came back, they had these words that was coming from these different prophets to let them know how they had to live when they got back into the holy land.
Right.
Because it was going to be a holy city, God was going to reign there. And notice it said that he's the Lord of hosts. Not only is he Lord of Lord, King of King, but he's the Lord of hosts. There's a heavenly host that's up there. And God is Lord over the heavenly host. And it says that when God come back, the angels, the host will be with him.
That's right.
So he is the Lord, not only over the heaven and the earth, but he's the Lord of hosts. Everything that exists, God is Lord over everything.
That's right.
So he said that when he come back, this is going to be a holy city, a city of truth, and it's going to be called his holy mountain. So now they have all these things that they have to find themselves coming back into. When we accept Christ as our personal Lord and Savior, there's something that we're going into that's holy.
That's right.
Our relationship with him is a holy relationship.
Yeah.
It's spiritual. We have to change the way we do things because we're living by a different rule.
That's right.
And that rule is by God. So Zachariah was trying to prepare them that when they came back and when they began to rebuild the city, they got to recognize whatever they're doing, it's for God's glory. And so when God told them that he promised that he was going to return, and I like this, a lot of times, Dr. King had a dream. And Dr. King's dream came true. We see some things happen. But guess what? A dream versus a promise is a whole lot different.
All right.
God promised that he will return.
Yeah.
And if God promised that he would return, you can rest assured that he would be in the midst.
Yeah.
So there he was back in Jerusalem, a ruined city. Nothing was built there. He went back to Jerusalem and he dwelled there.
That's right.
Told his people, when you come back, this is what I need you to do. Begin to rebuild the city. So when they were hesitant about finishing the temple, Zachariah and Haggai continued to encourage them. We have to get the temple rebuilt because this is where it all starts. When the temple is rebuilt, when the house of God is back in place, then everything else falls in line.
Yeah.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these other things will be added unto you.
Right.
So when they got the temple rebuilt back, then they were now able to go back and begin to build the city back the way God wanted them to do. Now be mindful, there wasn't a whole lot of people there. It was a small remnant that was back there. But it don't take a whole lot of people to do things for God. If we got some with a willing heart that's really to serve God, they can go back and do whatever God, because he'll give them strength to succeed in these things.
That's right. That's
So
right.
it's the second outline talk about God blessing to his people. And I read something real interesting. And I can't pronounce their names, but Zechariah's father's name, it meant that God blesses. Zechariah's grandpa's name means that God's appointed time. And Zechariah's name means remember.
That's right.
And therefore, if you put it all together, God remembers to bless at appointed time.
Yeah.
And we can't miss it. At a point in time, no matter what we're going through, God, he remembers to bless us at an appointed time.
Right.
We're going through some tough times as a nation, as a city, as a state. All this stuff that's going around. It's real bad out there right now. We don't know what to trust and how to operate. Well, God promised us, I wish I had somebody, that he would bless us at an appointed time if we learn how to wait on him. And that's what he told them through these prophets, that he was going to bless them at a point in time. Let's look and see how God said he was going to bless them through 4 through 8. It said, thus said the save my people from the east country and from the west country. And I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God in truth and in righteousness. Now, if you listen to what God just said, how he's going to bless his people, you got to be mindful. There was enemies all around Jerusalem still. Right. And they could at any time came in while they were rebuilding and came and destroyed it because they did not have a fortified city. That's right. But God said through Zachariah, if you see this vision, it's going to get to a place where you're going to see old men and old women walking through the streets on their canes. They wouldn't be pushed around. They wouldn't be in wheelchair around. But they had the strength in their bodies to walk around by themselves. Children will be playing in the street. That sounds like a city that was prospering. That's right. That sounds like a city that's was being blessed by God. He said when he brought them back, he wasn't going to deal with them the same way. He wasn't going to punish them the same way. He was going to have mercy on them. And when he got them back, they will be able to be successful and be prosperous in their land. Now, a whole lot of people complain about getting old, but I don't want to get old. I want to get as old as the Lord let me behind me. As long as I can walk around and get around, I'm going to, if I got to tap around on my stick, I'm going to tap around on my stick, coming right on back in the house of the Lord. Because he promised them back then that old men and old women will what? Be in the city of the street. Nobody would harm them. There will be peace in the street. And what? The children will be playing out there. Now, if we look at our world today, you know it ain't like that right now, huh? They're robbing old women, old men. They're raping old women. Am I right? They're doing bad things to our children right now. But guess what? God promised a time when we can see things be peaceful, and where justice gonna reign, and we know that time is coming. Am I right? So he told that to this remnant that was coming back. And guess what? They had to have faith to believe these things are gonna happen. That's right. That's what encouraged them to continue the work that they had to do. If you know that God has a plan for what we are going through right now, we got to keep working. We can't stop. We got to keep on working and doing the things that God has promised us. I hear right now, and so many people are saying this is the new normal. This is the way we're going to be always. This is the new norm. We got to do it this way because it's what. But if we serve a God, I wish I had somebody who was able to do anything but fail. I believe God can make some changes. If He speaks a word, look, these masks can come off. If He speaks a word, we can breathe. I trust the God that I know is able to do anything but fail. Yes, I'm not telling you not to follow the protocol. Go ahead and follow the protocol. But trust in a God that is able to change the situation around by the word that He speaks out of the mouth. If He promised to bless them and He promised He was going to bless His people, He was going to give them what they need. Look, they all they have to do is trust God. That's right. And walk in His way. And the reason He said that, He said, when they come back and do these things, God said, look, they're going to be my people. And I'm going to be their God. That's taking a relationship that only He can do. God has chosen us to be His people. And if He's chosen us to be His people, guess what? He's going to take care of His people. That's right. That's right. If He is your God, and if you're expecting peace and justice to reign, not only in your life, but in your circumstances, look, you know that you're God's child. That's right. And He's your God. So He promised that to them. This last outline I did up through, it said, God's love multiplied. Yeah. He said, but now I will not be unto the residue of the people as the former days, said the Lord of hosts. For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their dew. Yeah. I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things, and it shall come to pass that as you were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and O house of Israel, so will I save you, and you shall be a blessing. Fear not. That's right. And let your hands be strong. Yeah. For thus said the Lord of hosts, as I thought to punish you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, said the Lord of hosts, and I repented not. He said, so again, which is our main thought, so again have I thought in these days to do well to Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. So fear not. These are the things that you shall do. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Right. Execute judgment for the truth and peace in your gates. And let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his neighbor, and love no false oath. For all these things that I hate, said the Lord. So the Lord said that His love was going to be multiplied now to Jerusalem. When He brought them back over, and when they began to God's love is going to be multiplied to them because now they're going to be obedient from their heart to do God's will.
That's right.
And when God sees any of us doing things from our heart for Him to bring glory unto His name, guess what? His love is multiplied unto us. And He's going to give us everything we need to be successful in life. He said, look, he said, when you plant your seed, you ain't got to worry about water. I'll let the dew come down and water. And when you plant the vine, you got to worry about it, season to season where it's going to produce fruit. Every year that it's time to produce fruit, you can rest assured that there's going to be some grapes on the vine. So in other words, whatever you find yourself doing, when God said, now in my holy city, look, it's going to be prosperous for you. All these things are going to happen. Look, nobody can hinder God from doing anything.
That's right.
Am I right?
That's right.
I know sometimes the farmers, they out there, they're doing their best to grow their crops, but right now, what are they doing now? They can't even get the crops delivered.
Yeah.
So they're breaking them out and throwing food away, but that don't mean the stuff is not growing.
Yeah.
It's still there. But we have caused so much confusion in our world that we can't even provide the right means to get everything distributed right. But nothing God didn't do. The seed was planted, the seed rolled up. Guess what? It's being spoiled because the situation we find ourselves in. So everything God said that was going to happen, look, it still prospers. And, people try to build religions on prosperity. But guess what? It comes with a price. We got to make sure we're doing our part by obeying God. And when we obey God, guess what? Yes, He's going to prosper us. And we're going to have the things that God said we can have. And not only that, He said, if you're doing these things, He said, everybody that's doing it going to be able to profit from, benefit from all of these blessings that are stored on you. In other words, there's no big eyes, no little U's in God's kingdom. If I trust God with my little faith, guess what? Everything God said I can have, I can have it. If you trust God with your big faith, guess what? Everything God said you can have, you can have. Guess what? When we all die and leave here, He only promised us one thing.
That's right.
He gave us all eternal life. And there's no levels of eternal life that you can go to. Just because you serve hard and did a whole lot more, you're going to get eternal life. At the 11th hour, somebody can come in and accept Christ as their personal Lord and Savior, and guess what? Eternal life will be theirs. So that God multiplied His love in such a way that He told Israel these things way back then. And a lot of this stuff they weren't going to be able to see because when He was talking about some stuff that was going to happen way down the road in the future. And that's what's one thing about these prophecies. These prophecies, they was going to be for the people that was going to be experiencing some of those things right then. People that was going to be behind them, generation to generation, going to be experiencing some of it then. But guess what? When we all get to heaven, when it's all over down here, we're going to see all these things that God promised each and every one during our time that came to pass. And likewise, when He said peace and justice reign, when those things happen, we'll know that sure enough, God is in control of all things. But I looked at a little topic and then I'm out of the way. It said a new day is coming.
That's right.
And I don't know about you, but I'm looking for a new day.
New day.
Every day I get up, I'm looking for a new day. I may have went to bed last night with trouble on my mind, but guess what? When I wake up the next morning, I'm looking for a brand new day. Because God is able to do anything at one word that He can speak from His mouth. So one of these days we're going to be getting up and we're going to talk about we got to do this for the coronavirus, we got to do that for the coronavirus. After a while, the coronavirus will be in our rearview mirror. I wish I had somebody, because God has got a new day set ahead for us if we continue to trust in Him. If we just trust in Him and never doubt, God's going to bring us out of all these things. And when we see this new day, we ought to be just like Israel and just like we ought to be ready to sing and shout the victory because our God has given us a brand new day. May God bless you and God keep you is my prayer. Amen.